Hello, this is InduShare's Mr. Create.
And Mr. Connect is here.
Yeah, we are back, and we are back with very exciting stock. It's been very hot debated stock in United States and as well as Korea. And that's Palantir, and we chose it because we wanted to kind of go over Palantir's demo day, and that we'll be providing summary. And from this sort of presentation, I was able to understand why Cassie Wood has said that she likes Palantir because of its R&D and like research, like its sort of a plan to expand into the future. So she doesn't care if the revenue is significantly high as of today, but she's expecting that it's going to go higher into the future. And I was able to understand from Palantir's demo day. So we'll be starting with.
Mr. Connect. And hello, everyone. Let's get into it. It's NYSE listed PLTR, Palantir Technology Inc. So, according to our Palantir demo day, we had watched some videos and we would like to give you a summary. So, in my part, I will do Foundry in action in industry, not a government, not a healthcare, but industry sector. And basically, if you work in corporation, you know that there are different departments, and each department use the data in different way. So it is quite scrambled. It's all different language. So what Palantir does is they organize it and they make a workflow chart so it is more manageable and more understandable so you can apply those insights into your business decision. That's my pretty graph. And in the double click day demo, they use the lithium battery manufacturer as an example. So they are manufacturing electronic vehicle batteries manufacturer. And as you know, it's quite complex supply chain and it's hard to be flexible because of all these chains and procedures. Therefore, companies have used point-based solutions, which does not give a clear full picture, but it does good on the point-based solutions. Why? I mean, if you have worked in a company, you know that asking for data from another department is like you're making a major sin. You need to repent later with lunch and beer. You have to do a lot of lobbying. You say, I'm sorry, but I have to do this, or my boss will kill me, blah, blah, blah. After you receive those data, you have to still integrate it and format it, which are made in different languages into one file. So my suggestion is, oh no, please. But here comes the genie in a computer. Palantir Foundry collects IoT data, ERP, manufacturing data, and more, and they create relevant workflow with data integration that you can use and ready to go. They use hyperscale data to single point data, and you can just dig down to a data stream to find out where such sources arises and where the issues are. Take a look at the next video clip.
Once I determine where I'm seeing meaningful differences,
That's cool.
I can add my batches from all time to highlight any patterns that could help me replicate more
Just
good batches.
edit, stretch it,
There are several things that could be driving these deviations.
click
To better
them,
understand whether I have a problem with my
edit,
raw materials or my process equipment,
make a
I can drill
pinpoint,
into one production line in particular and
drop
plot my
it,
successful batches over time.
edit.
I can see that I've got periodic degradation, which may indicate an issue with the maintenance for this equipment.
Okay, I'll just shut
To
up
further
for a minute. Oh, okay, that's done. So basically, they start from the high data and just they move along the stream to find where data are arising, what to expect, what to discover, and what to discuss. Using data is good, but there are millions and billions of data points, and you need to manage it, and you need to have a understanding of the structure of the data, which is extremely hard. That's why companies were having a hard time collecting data into one integration. But worry not, friends. Pal got it covered. It gives a simple structured view to help you understanding. Moreover, it helps you run simulation with simple clicks. No hard codings are needed, just simple clicks with optimization and relevant solutions. So take a look at the next graph, next video.
Simplified view and show you what's actually happening. Behind the scenes, Foundry has taken that
So
underlying
big
complexity of the
structure
supply
to
chain,
all the way
interactivity
to
between
those
millions of different
down
nodes, and built a
a
digital twin
specific
that
data,
models these interactions
bunch
and
of
allows us to see how
billion
changes affect the
data
system as a whole.
collecting together.
Turning that impossible complexity into a manageable asset is the real differentiated aspect of Foundry.
And then just
And I can now
simplify
use
it
it
so
to
you
drive
can
intelligent
understand.
decisions on an integrated and up-to-date understanding of supply, demand, and logistics.
I think that was very intuitive and easy to understand. So I just wanted to bring this into the table to give you a better understanding of what Palantir does.
And I will take it from here. And I've also looked at the demo day, which is different from DoubleClick. I think it's kind of additional to the DoubleClick, I think. And I actually took a look at their transcript. Anyways, this is my sort of those one of those pages that I kind of put it there and not knowing that I should have erased it. This isn't DoubleClick. This is supposed to be demo day thing. Anyway, introduction of that demo day script was that it's not Palantir is not just better, but it will be more competitive for its clients with accumulated data and analysis. Insightful decision and real-time and on-time decision can be made by the clients using Palantir's platform. This is not just a data analyst company or data platform company. It's more of those combined two kind of thing. It makes better decision. It makes help. It helps its clients to make better decision by combining the data and analyze the data and provide solutions to the customers. Um, the basic underlying structure might be reiterating is that the intercompany data integration it takes place. So, like if say that you're working at a marketing division, you're working at inventory division, whatever, those data can be interconnected within a company, and that they make a better decision by speaking one language. So the evidence of their problem-solving capability of Palantir within 3 weeks into the COVID-19, 80 contracts were signed with Palantir to solve the problems for its diverse clients. Part one will be based on the Foundry demo, and part two will be based on Gotham demo. Foundry demo is basically a product that's provided for the private companies. Main product is Foundry ontology and simulation engine. Function is an intercompany integrate data integration and communication bidirectional. Another product is software defined data integration, or also known as SDDI. Its function is fast analysis and decision making becomes possible with their kind of new display. As Mr. Connect kind of has shown you that it's got really the insightful display for very easy and friendly use display for a better decision. Purpose of the Foundry is that they want to collect the vast and diverse data and integrate it and make or help customers make insightful decisions, as I have said so many times. Example of that would be sensor data and logistics data and ERP data can be integrated in a plant, and it becomes bidirectional. For example, when expiration data for certain inventory is coming due, you can alert to the other departments such as marketing divisions, and marketing personnel can actually make sales of that inventory right away to increase the efficiency of the company. So, and it can be also used to connect the customers or supplier to the clients. So say that you're working at the cell phone making companies and they need the semiconductor pieces from its supplier. They can also consult the supplier can also use Palantir and better communicate with its partners. They also have what if functions, so they actually run in like a lot of different what if scenarios, and they give you multiple sort of scenarios, and it allows it allows the client to make comparison between the simulations, and therefore they can make decision before execution from the result of the simulation. As I've said, user-friendly visual as well as the email and notice to communicate directly to the relevant personnel is also increasing the efficiency within the company executing the plan. The Foundry has been used by insurance company, financial companies, banks, manufacturing, law firms, and even M&A advisory. Um, so we are we can have the assurance of diverse application of Foundry's platform. Founders' future roadmap is this. They want to provide products to diverse customers, so those customers that haven't had chance to use the Foundry. Foundry would like to provide services for them. They would like to integrate AI technology for the better products. So like I said, there are a lot of what if simulations, and if they can integrate artificial intelligence technology to it, I think that it will increase a better chance of future prediction of customers' sort of a future operation. For example, when we have to take into the carbon footprint calculation by using Foundry, it has such a complicated way of making decisions, from buying products using fuel um, uh, cars or fuel uh, sort of trucks, and if they want to translate it into EV, that has to take into the all of that has to really put into the calculation, and it's very complicated. But Foundry can certainly help that. Usage of cell phone from the frontline workers can also increase the data amount of data, and that can increase the chance for better decision. Partnering companies can also use and connect with Foundry. So let's say that hospitals are using the Foundry, and it can allow health agencies to use Foundry, and those two companies can integrate their sort of connections to better communicate with the government and the hospital. And like I said, supplies to manufacturing. So if there's airline companies that are using Foundry, it can expand to the Airbus, who's supplying airplane to the airlines. If government and private companies are correct connected, we can perhaps manage COVID-19 like crisis in the future better and faster, because they can communicate on time, real time basis. As we are aware of Palantir's capability of fighting war on time with real time data. And also the what if simulation cases can be better compared and executed in the future. So this is like the picture of those simulation cases. I don't understand what those lines are, but they kind of run into the different simulation, and based on it, you get the results as you can see below. And from that, you can make the decision by giving the order to the relevant department. Third part is Gotham intro and demo. Douglas Philippone is a person that's working at the Foundry Gotham department, and he's been working at the Palantir for 13 years, and he himself participated in a war. So with his war experience, he can certainly add to the Gotham's product. Commanders have multiple decision options and results from Gotham platform. With the numerous sensors, as you can see there, the military have like data, drones, and all those sensors, and they can collect data, and this could be analyzed and help to bring number of decisions for the commanders, and commanders can make decision based on it. So in case friendly forces are under attack, let's say a building has been attacked on the roof, the video sensors on the roof can certainly send the data to the Gotham, and then Gotham can find the decision that's best escape route for the refugees, like the what do you call it? The people, yeah, military personnel in the building in the best way possible. So more data means better decision, but better decision making tools are needed, and Gotham is there for this better decision making tools. You don't really need to brief commanders on time, like with PPT methods, like conventionally, how you make PPT and then you provide it to the commanders. But commanders get the better vision with bird view of their warfare. Offline connection is possible with Gotham software to any hardware devices like Air Force and Navy. You know how there are so many different types of hardware in militaries, and Palantir can certainly adapt to all of those different devices. And end-to-end hardware connection to respond variable or ongoing changes in war environment. So this is like the example of that. If you look at closely, like there's the U.S. embassy, and they kind of there's a lot like information or intel from all the spies from United States that they provide. This area is about to be attacked, and highly likely suspect is this person on the left, on the right. So the next slide can give you a better idea. They have detected the anti-aircraft weapon detected on the right side of the presentation, and on the left side of the presentation, what I think find it very interesting is that they say second phase air evacuation gives you the best option. Next is deployed team from USS Edwardson requires 16 hours, evacuation via EC-17 from Germany, but the response is that equipment failure. So commanders can certainly make decision of the first choice, which is second phase air evacuation in case of the attack. And the last part is Apollo. This is like the cloud for the customers from private companies to government contracts like U.S. Army. It provides cloud connection, which is sometimes it's very limited to like Army personnel, because internet access is not possible. But I don't know. Apollo seems to be the solution for that. It provides the sort of like a so like I don't really understand how they function, but it says multi-cloud platform and multi-SS SaaS connection, which means that you can certainly like say that you are in a Iraq war zone without internet connection, and you can certainly use their cloud or so around the Iraq to make connection. So this is what they meant by multi-cloud platform. So I don't know. With even if you don't have the access to internet, Apollo could provide solution, and there are a lot of good things about them. But I really don't understand what what they do. But it seems exciting. Function behind Apollo, behind Gotham and Foundry. Sorry, I'm taking too long. Reddit. There's a person who on the Reddit wrote about the Skywise use cases. I guess this person has been working at the airline companies, and um, he explains how one device failure from an airplane can be send signal can signal the um, divisions on the ground, and you can certainly check the device failure history and error frequency, and then the inventory information can be analyzed, and it prepares engineer to fix a plane as soon as the plane is landed with the relevant devices or parts. So then it increases the turnover of the airplane, and it increases profit for airline companies. So and in like a simulation wise, device failure can be analyzed and predict the device failure, so it doesn't have to sort of reduce its turnover ratio. It can actually replace parts before the failure, and then it will increase the turnover of the airlines. And OEM company can certainly connect with the airline company and provide parts on time, and it will increase the revenue for Palantir. I'm really sorry that it's I've taken so long, but it seems like I get the better understanding of what Palantir does. From my basic understanding of how it's supposed to create data for government or private companies, but I have a better understanding now of the product.
One thing I want to point out is that there were about 4,000 people watching the DoubleClick Day, which to me signals that not many people are aware of Palantir. So I think, in my humble opinion, I'm not giving any suggestion. I think it's good time to study Palantir and have confidence in Palantir because not many people are actually following up on it. So I guess we have early entry advantage on this.
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Bye bye.